Hey guys, welcome to FFXIV. Whether you are a Sprout or a player who's recently transferred over from WoW, welcome to the game. I'm hoping this video proves of some use to you guys and some useful information. Now, recently some question was brought up about one of the Mogstation mounts, and so literally I tested it on my alt character and the theory was proved true. And what it is basically is the SDS. If I just put too many S's in? Yeah, the SDS Fenrir. It doesn't say it here, but this mount is actually the fastest of all mounts. And are you thinking, how is this possible? All mounts have the exact same speed, don't they? Well, actually, that is then where the question actually becomes, no, this mount actually indeed has a faster mount speed than all the others. The reason being, I'll read exactly what it says from word for word from the Mogstation store. This mount can travel at the first enhanced level of mount speed in areas where increased mount speed is available. Now this can sound a bit cryptic, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain about what mount speed is, how you increase it, and therefore why this bike, why actually then it costs so much, because it's the only mount with an added ability built in. And this does not only just work for then Sprouts, it also works for like mentors like myself, because then in the new expansion of Endwalker, this mount would be the fastest of all of them. Okay, so under travel, in your area, if you hit mount speed, you just see it's under ether currents, and between shared fates, if you've got these things unlocked. But you hit mount speed. Now, as you can see, where I am right now, let's go over here, is the goblet. Now here there is only one mount speed, but as you can see, these other areas there are two, as you can see. So as far as I know, when this works out, when you start on an area, you have just a bog standard mount speed. That is why you will see, not including flight, you will see people going faster than you, because as you progress through the story, it then later on tells you your mount speed in this area has increased, and that gives you 1 star. But then if you have this mount, you then go at the 2-star speed. Now how you get the 2nd star is by doing hunts. If I go into currency here, in the original areas you get allied seals. From Heaven's Ward to Stormblood you get Centurio seals, and in Shadowbringers you get sacks of nuts. But it's more these two. So this one, you spend these ones to get I think they're called like maps, increase your mount speed at your Grand Company. So whichever Grand Company you signed up with in the game, you talk to the Hunt Bill Master, and then you go under other, and then you can buy new things from him. And in Heaven's Ward, in the pub area, if you go there, you can where you exchange your seals in, again, you can buy these things. Of course, the point is, not everyone wants to do hunts. I understand that. Some people, one person the other day said they would be scared to. You know, they've heard that can be a lot of drama. And that is true. Usually on hunt trains, sometimes S ranks, you know, happens, but it's nothing too bad. But the point is, if you don't do that stuff, you're not going to get it. This was changed, however. If, say, I go back to mount speed, in these areas, it was not traded in by S ranks, it was by doing fates. By doing fates in those areas, you've got these like little gemstone, or these gems that you could then trade in at the gemstone traders in the area, and you would get an increased mount speed. So by doing fates, you would get an increased speed, which I thought actually was a fantastic way of doing this. But so the question then comes, well, how does this bike work? Well, basically, doing the storyline, you will unlock the first, but the bike would then take you to the 2nd star. I hope that kind of makes as much sense I could possibly get it. So, and yeah, I tested this theory out in my alt character in the Heaven's Ward area. I was riding I timed myself running from a certain point to another point on the Sleipnir mount. Sorry if that's pronounced wrong. And it took me 9 seconds. So turned around, went back, did the exact same thing on the Fenrir bike here, and it only took 6 seconds. So if you're wondering before you can learn to fly in an area, if you've got this mount, always use this mount, because until you max out your stars, this will be the fastest mount. So yeah, thanks for someone bringing it to my attention about this mount being the fastest. It is true. It is indeed the fastest mount out there. The only reason this changes is later on, if you've bought the maps and you've increased your mount speed, then yeah, then it's not going to be the fastest mount. But when you first enter an area, this mount is the best one to use. So if you don't mind spending a bit of extra money, because to me it's not a microtransaction, you are paying for exactly what you are getting in game. You're guaranteed this. So it's, for most things, it's a glam. So right now you can buy Rhine's costume, if I pronounce her name right, from Shadowbringers. But the point is, this mount, it is the best mount to get. If you're only going to purchase one item from the Mogstation, then it would be this bike. So hence, I always wondered why it was the most expensive of all the mounts. Because, yes, it's multi-account, so if you create alts, or if you want to start all over again, you delete your character, start again, every character's going to get this mount. So that's a plus side. I like mounts like that. Yeah, $19.99 in our money is quite expensive for a mount, but now you know it does actually have a background action. Also for that as well, it does look pretty cool. Say you get the dirt kick up on that, and if you're a big fan of the Advent Children, I mean I played the remake and I can't remember. I don't know if it's exactly the bike he used, but the point is, if you are going to spend money on the Mogstation only once, then let it be on this item, because this actually is worth its while. And when everyone's riding around on, I mean, I'm going to get the collector's edition order too, but as soon as in the new game, I'll probably be riding around this bike, because it means I'll be getting from A to B a lot faster. And say I timed it, the Sleafin mount took 9 seconds, Cloud's bike took 6 seconds, so that's taking a third off your time basically in your traveling areas. And if you're traveling quite a long distance to get to the next quest, you're gonna notice it. And where, you know, in a time when time is precious and we don't want to waste it, this may be the mount just for you. So I hope this vid has helped in going into mount speed, how to increase it, and actually looking more into the Cloud bike and actually saying, actually, yeah, it is actually pretty cool because it does actually have an added feature in it. I know, yes, it looks stupid when it's in the air, but this bike is built more for ground use, so therefore that's where you're going to get the most out of it. So once you can fly, use any mount you prefer. That's probably when I'd go back to collector's mount, but for now, I think safe to say I'll be using this mount from day one as soon as Endwalker comes out. So thanks for watching this vid, guys. I hope it's helped. Sorry if the explanation was a bit dragged out. I want to try and cover everything. I hope you guys are... It's really hot where we are right now, so I hope you guys are staying cool if you are suffering heat. And yeah, stay safe, guys, in the meantime. Until the next vid, mount up and ride out.